Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to be using the Tarot Illuminati for today's daily tarot reading. This is for the 21st of July, 2023. So we went from the nice, fluffy, mystical cats deck to my quote-unquote chaos deck. So I felt prompted to grab my good vibes only tapestry for this reading. We'll see what comes up. Usually I end up pulling this deck when things get confusing, retrograde and whatnot, and it just dawned on me that Venus retrograde in Leo starts July 22nd, so perhaps that is the reason why I was prompted to grab this deck. We will see. All right, let me adjust my lighting real quick. Hopefully that got rid of some of the glare. And they gave us quite a few cards for today. I will mention there is one synchronicity that I noticed. Actually, there's two once we include the numerology. But the first one is we have 6, 6, 6, 6. So we have 4 sixes. Don't be surprised if you see that. We have the 6 of Swords, the Hangman, the 2 of Swords, the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Lovers in the reverse, the World card, the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Devil in the reverse, the 4 of Swords, the Fool in the reverse, and the 6 of Cups in the reverse. And I know that whole middle line, if you know tarot, you're probably wondering, wow, that's a lot of pentacles and they're all in the reverse. And whether or not that's a good or a bad thing, actually, it's a good thing since we end on that row on the Devil in the reverse. And out of everything this deck wants to communicate in chaoticness, it's basically a reminder. And it's a reminder of a lesson that you have learned. It's a reminder to carry that lesson forward because it's your new foundation. It's now in your arsenal, and it's something you need to carry forward with you at all times because it helped you get over a roadblock. It helped you get out of stale energy. It helped you with a glass ceiling, as it were, where you needed a breakthrough. So you got to start paying attention to it. And the lesson, quite simply, is this, is that when you put your energy into the wrong things, you don't get the desired outcome. You don't get a good result. So if you're focusing and putting energy into things that you are not meant to, you are not supposed to, things that are counterproductive, you're not going to end with good results. And that's an energy you need to learn to disconnect from. And in fact, you purposely had a timeout to learn that recently. So you got the opportunity to learn and know that and how to move on beyond that energy. That way you can disconnect and focus on the correct things without causing yourself undue harm, without making things worse, without compounding the problem. To realize that that was what you were missing, and that you don't need to hold on to that perspective of, I have to pour my energy into everything all at once. I don't have to, continue to juggle. I don't have to continue to try and build something that isn't worth building or that's going to be lopsided, because it's not worth the investment to try and pour the energy into it anyway. It's not going to yield a good result. Instead, it takes too much. So once we released that idea and came to that realization that, okay, what I want to complete, what I want to start, what I have as an objective is not going to yield fruit simply because of how I'm handling everything. It's the energy management, the priority management. You've learned in the past that, okay, I need to shift how I move and where I move and how much energy I give to things, because if I overgive in certain areas, it all falls apart. And for each and every single one of us, that's going to vary, yes, but there were certain areas where we needed to learn how to disconnect. A refocus, a rebranding. And believe it or not, numerology, today everything adds up to 130, which reduces to 4, which is our security, our foundation. Yes, this is your foundation. This is what you've learned, is that when we pour our energy into things that are worth it, we see progress. We see a much desired result. We get better consequences. We get better reactions. It's a better choice to focus and pour more energy onto things that are worth it rather than distractions, things that take away value, whether that is people, or maybe we're misusing our time and we're, you know, putting our utmost care into things that are so low on the totem pole of priorities that's the reason why the main things are falling apart, is because we're not giving them the attention and the time, the focus that they deserve. So they just want to remind you of that going forward. Today, that might be an issue. Perhaps you have a return of something show up for you to remind you that, oh, well, that person was not a person of high value. So you stop putting energy towards them, but now they're coming back, trying to see if you're willing to give them the time and attention and affection that they're wanting. And this reminder is now coming up for you of, hey, you disconnected from that person for a reason. And it's because they wasted your time. They wasted your effort. They cost too much. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean money. I mean, they literally cost too much. They're too draining. They take too much of your time and energy, and it wears you out, that you just mentally and emotionally and energetically cannot entertain them anymore. So don't be surprised if that comes up. You might have to reassert this new foundation. I fully expect many of you to have this as a test, because they're reminding us of this is a lesson learned and one that you need to maintain and carry forward. And that's not just in one area. It's not just in relationships. It's not just in work. It's in everything. If it is worth doing, if it is worth and meant for you, you will see a return investment. So double down, lean more into it. Yes, put more focus and energy into those things. But if it takes away, you need to learn to disconnect more and manage more of where your energy goes. For those of you that love the astrologies, Sun in Cancer is opposite Pluto in Capricorn. Fights for power and control. We feel like others want to control you. Try to avoid lashing out. Find a constructive transformation that can help. Well, this may help, like in case of the toxic person coming back. This is why I say that maybe this is a test day for you. So, reminder of what you have learned. Keep this lesson. This is an important lesson, and it transmutes to everything you do, not just in one area. Remember where your value is. All right, my lovelies, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. And also a reminder that second synchronicity with the numerology was 444, which of course is a reminder of your foundation. Because we have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and then everything adds up and reduces to 4. All right, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. Hopefully it resonates, and if it does, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.